Shabby mi familia. So I'm not gonna lie, today was rather eventful. I was busy, I was moving, I felt stagnant, but I was actually moving and productive. Alright, I was acting just like the muggles. Alright, so with that being said, I already shuffled the split because it's like my third or fourth intro because I couldn't decide on an intro that was cool. Alright, anywho, let's get straight to it. You know that we're blessed and highly favored, meaning no weapon form shall prosper. With that being said, we're gonna give all the praise to the Most High, and we're gonna honestly just kind of get straight to it because, like I said, I did like 4 intros, and yeah, let's see what we got. Boom, 8 of Swords. Alright, what? Okay, alright, okay. This is cool. 8 of Swords, very much nervous, stuck, but the good thing about the 8 of Swords is you're stuck in your head. You're choosing to put yourself there. Is somebody in their head about a 2 of Cups situation? But somebody definitely seems to be stuck, making no movement. Honestly, it's kind of treacherous territory. Not only is your beautiful red gown all muddied up, but you can't see and there's a bunch of swords around you. Like, how are you supposed to move in these situations? Sorry. Ooh, 6 of Pentacles. Okay, alright. Okay, so as we just seen, with the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Cups, somebody's kind of nervous with how to approach or how to move around this 2 of Cups. Possibly. Alright, we got a King of Wands who would like to take action, but how are you going to do so? Alright, you see that with the 6 of Pentacles you want to give. Alright, there's something you'd like to give to. But are you distraught? Are you having some fears that are playing back to back? Maybe some things, maybe you put your foot in your mouth and it didn't really come out too good. A little bit of word vomit at play. I don't really know, but it looks like you want to give to the situation, but you didn't exactly deliver the appropriate message. Okay, King of Wands, we see you. Every alpha goes through this. Alright, this is what makes us the best of the best, baby. Alright, you might actually have to, yes, apologize for that situation. Now, it looks like, oh, you're dealing with the Queen of Cups. Oh, so you've recognized that she is the sweetest of the sweet. She's kind, sweet, and endearing. I don't know that word. All right, she's kind, she's sweet, she's passionate about the things that she cares for. But she's not gonna give that passion to just anybody. It has to be something that she's truly invested in. All right, and she's not just gonna give that investment to anybody. But honestly, you had to fall back, recognize, do a little bit of solo introspection in order to recognize some things. All right, maybe some things were hidden from you. Heavy divine feminine energy here, so we can see that, like, all right, she's not going to tell you everything up front. All right, you're going to have to kind of pull it out of her. Not to mention, it's the moon. It's all about that receptive energy. So, like, she's going to give what you're willing to, like, put out there. Yeah, it's like a give and take type of thing, like a tide. All right, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. Okay, we got a little bit of a book with that one. Okay, so a bit of a juggling act as well with the 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Alright, okay, so, alright, cool. We could definitely move forward with the Chariot, balanced energies. Okay, best thing is, whoever has a Chariot definitely is in their divine masculine or feminine energy, which is muy magnifico. Alright, okay, so clear, okay, and this clear-minded energy, who has the power to move in the direction and they would actually like to come and tussle. Alright, get in the ring. Fight for this. I mean, she's a Queen of Cups. Alright, okay. Alright, you even want to invest in the situation. Take it slow. See what can mature out of this. Alright, you don't want to rush your crops. You want to let them flourish. Okay, I like it. Alright, there you are. Possibly even wanting to commit. Devote yourself. Alright, okay, now the book comes up. Okay. Alright, okay. Now here comes your shadow side. Are you a greed ball? Alright, we see why you're stuck in your head. Are you bound? Are you afraid of being bound? I don't know what that is. Okay, but you definitely need to calm that down because we ain't playing that in this house. Alright, either you're going to get rid of the toxicity and the nonsense or you're going to let it flow, babes. Alright, surprise. Alright, you can't have cake and eat it too. Alright, you can't have your cake and eat it too, but you can't have cake and eat it too. Alright, surprise. Boom, this is actually everything you want. Okay, so not only were you hit blindsided by a Queen of Cups, a sweetheart, somebody who's caring, compassionate, lighthearted, but she hit you with a fish in a cup. So you weren't even really able to take this energy seriously, right? So you're just like playful, lighthearted, and you just kind of like brushed over her. But now that you're actually thinking about everything, things are starting to dawn on you. Starting to feel differently about things. Okay, alright, okay, cool. Alright. Look, I'm just the reader. Okay, so now you see a little bit of stability, you see marriage, you see the works with the Four of Wands, or you see some sort of commitment, you see a soulmate relationship bond here. Oh my goodness, okay. I see why you're distraught now. Now it's starting to make a little bit of sense, buddy. Okay, everything you manifested, everything you want in a commitment and a relationship. Okay, okay. Oh, do I want to know what this is about? I guess we gotta find out. You've been hurt, buddy. And because of that past situation, you might won't be a little fearful about moving forward, which is understandable. We've all been in this situation, but at the same time, you can't let your past or any idea hinder you from your fullest potential. You're gonna miss out on a lot of great opportunities, people, places, and things. All right, you gotta go for your emotional fulfillment. Allow yourself to transform. All right, allow yourself. You can't see any of that. Allow yourself to transform. Allow yourself to be in that Emperor energy. Allow yourself to be emotionally fulfilled, you twit. Oh, you got a sun right here? Yeah, that's what you got. Boom, that's your message. That was easy and short, honestly. Yeah, just go after it. Alright, she's a Queen of Cups. She's very much understanding. She's very much loyal. She's very much devoted to what she cares about. So, if you communicate things openly and you express, the decisions that you would like to be making, and you make sure that your actions and your thoughts and everything is in alignment with your higher self, you should be good. And she's a Queen of Cups. You're a King of Cups. Okay. Boom. And very much passionate about whatever we have going on here. So you're ready to enter a new chapter, possibly where you leave the cup behind and you pick up a pentacle. You're ready to commit. You're ready to solidify this. You're ready to take this to the next level, baby. All right. I'm not going to say I like it, but I love it. All right. 8 of Cups to the Ace of Cups. I'm almost wondering if you have to walk away from the situation, or if it was her walking away from the situation which left you distraught, and that's how you recognize it. So let's just figure it out while we're here. 6 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Message. Who walked away? He walked away. 2 of Cups. He walked away from his 2 of Cups. So he was juggling the idea, and he had to actually get this space in order for him to even recognize that this could be stable, this could be successful, this can get off the ground. And that's why he's willing to come back around, because he had to take that time to recognize and see everything full scope, see the lay of the land before you can start making plans and moving things around. 7:47 on the clock. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of cute. Okay, so now he's ready to take action as the King of Wands. This guy is flexing his divine masculine energy, or girl. Love it. Okay, boom. And they're excited. So they came through as a Knight of Wands first, but now they're ready to step up as a King of Wands. They're ready to give to the situation, or at least to her. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. I'm not gonna lie, I love this deck and I like this energy. They're not sure if she's gonna want to work with him. She's a freaking Queen of Wands. What do you think this is? Yes, she's attractive. Yes, she's fiery. Yes, she's a sweetheart. But hey, first and foremost, I get what I want because I'm the Queen of Wands. You know I'm in the building before you even heard, seen, or even had any confirmation. I'm in the building. That's how loud her energy is. Don't play with her. She's the freaking Queen of Wands, my baby sleep. Alright? Page of Swords. And with that, you came into a problem. So should I predict this problem you run into? Let's talk about it. Alright, so you didn't recognize. By her being caring, compassionate, and giving you space was actually the same amount of space. I see Queen of Swords popping up. Is the same amount of space needed so she could discern you. So she could look at you, so she could see you for what it's worth. So at the same time you're realizing everything that you want in the situation, she may be looking at the situation like, is this really something I want? You came across as a Knight of Wands and just reckless. You ran all over this situation. You didn't even recognize the depth within me, and you walked away like a dunce. I'm just reading. You feel me? Queen of Swords. I did say that, right? I did definitely say that. I could say that, right? So now she's not as open to you. She's not as receptive to you because she's mapping her own plans. She's figuring her own things out. And the truth is, she's decided to leave you out in the cold with the 5 of Pentacles. And if I could be honest with you, I definitely put your messages on Do Not Disturb. I'm so sorry. It's the Queen of Swords, not me. I'm just talking. You feel me? Boom, Strength card. To the Empress. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Not only is she a Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, she's an Empress. And she holds her throne very, very stern. She holds her ground. She holds her crown. I don't know. She's on that throne, though. I'll tell you that much. Anything else? Oh, God is good. And that's why you're nervous with the Eight of Swords. Full circle. Alright, so we see why you're nervous. Alright, so there's a chance you've never actually met somebody who's actually the same caliber as you. Right? Maybe you were always with the energy that was more evolved, put together, right? You had all the monetary and physical things, but maybe you didn't have the spiritual depth in order to see beyond, or maybe you never had to use those skills, and then it comes up to you and just like boom, shot yourself in the foot. Alright, let's get to talking. So now here you are, possibly looking for advice. If not, definitely trying to tap into your higher self. Felt that, okay? But here you are, right? Nervous, the situation can be over and done, but at the same time, if it's not, you can have a passion in the beginning. Because without a doubt, you see this is where you would like to put an offer on the table. You would like to invest. You would like to see the situation grow. I'm not going to lie, that's probably a good decision. Alright. Seven of Swords, ooh. King of Swords, ooh. These two might not be seeing eye to eye. King and Queen of Swords. Seven of Swords, me. Okay. Alright. Okay, so you want to make it clear, make it known. You want to bring it forward. You had to do some spying in order to figure this out, and that's why you're so disappointed and upset, because it kind of popped up on you. It was all hidden from you, apparently. Right? What the heck did you do, bub? What the heck did you do? Alright, so Four of Pentacles. It's the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody held back from the blessing, and now the blessing is not available to them. It just snuck away from them. I don't know what that's about. Now you're disappointed because he or she doesn't really want to be bothered with you. Now you can see this is a partnership that could have been successful. This could have gotten off of the ground. Alright, this is everything you manifested. Right, everything you worked for. This is the Queen of freaking Pentacles you wanted to give to. A High Priestess. Right? But you could have seen 10 toes with that Strength card. Oh, man. You're like, look, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to make this work. Alright, I'm going to make this work. Three of Pentacles. Alright, four. High Priestess. Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. This High Priestess might actually just reject the situation. She might have seen everything she's needed to see from you. And honestly, with the High Priestess, less is more. When you think you're being cool, short with communication and conversations, the truth is, that's the loudest energy there is. Alright? Silence is a very loud answer, explanation, or response. Alright, Page of Swords, so now you're spying, now you're watching, collecting information. Alright, what are you at least getting with that Page of Swords? Oh, she's warm, she's inviting, she's humble, she's modest, she's giving. Very warm. Everything she touches possibly turns to gold, and she is blocking your energy, and that's your blockage. Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. She's very much protected. She's very much defensive with her energy and protecting it. Okay, boom. 5 swords to 3 wands. So yeah, she surrendered the situation. She's not even thinking about this. Honestly, it's looking like, wow, you maybe a while before you get some forgiveness from yourself. Because when you release and surrender, you kind of have to just let it go. But for you in the situation, you kind of have to let it go. Forgive yourself in the situation. 1, not every High Priestess is going to let you know you're dealing with a High Priestess. Number 2, why would a High Priestess tell you you're dealing with a High Priestess? Wouldn't she just want you to F up so she could walk away quietly and peacefully without you giving her a bunch of excuses and whys and why nots? Alright, makes sense to me. Alright, well, 4 swords. Alright, so now it's your opportunity to heal, to develop and grow. Alright, I know you're disappointed and you're in your feelings. Okay? But now you get to see things clearly. Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you. You may never get another energy like this. Unfortunately. This is a high priestess, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Empress, energy. Queen of Swords was also on the table, right? She flexed every single energy while you're kind of missing one king, if I'm not mistaken. But still, came through flexing strong. Very much also in alignment with her higher self, not just the queens and energies on this muggle plane, alright, but also in the higher realms, the dimensions and whatnot, also in alignment with that. So you kind of got excited and you kind of like, what's the saying, shit the bed, right? But you can't win them all. This is an opportunity for you to learn and grow and honestly become the best version of yourself because of this situation. Is there anything else before we wrap this bad boy up? Ten of Cups. Seven of Cups. Alright. So we got 10 Cups here. 9 Pentacles. Ooh, so she is going to have a 10 of Cups. She's going to have a happily ever after. She's very much abundant and successful. Now, as you can see, the only thing she's missing is a commitment. And you flop the bed. 3 of Cups. She's happy. Celebratory energies. Alright. Barbecues, bonfires, friends, family life. All that's good. Ooh, there's a commitment. And she's establishing something wonderful. Could be a company, establish an organization, institution, I don't know, but she's putting it together and she's happy. She might even be creating this community with her friends. Shout out to her. Okay, 6 of Cups, there's some nostalgia. Somebody's going to be returning. I don't know who, but somebody's coming back around. Ooh, they're going to be moving towards calmer waters with that. Who is this? Who is this? The Fool. Ace of Swords. We have a new energy in the house. The Empress. 7 of Cups. The Empress needs to decide whom this new character will be. Apparently she has many options in front of her. She's not paying attention. But literally you have many suitors around you. You just gotta pick the commitment that you would like. Or pay attention to whom you would like to entertain for the time being. And just gradually let it flow. Alright, not gonna lie. This was a dope reading for a dope Empress. And this isn't the first time I'm being told or I've heard or I've read that I kind of need to pay attention to who and what's around me because there's many people trying to get my attention. So, collective, like attracts like, we clearly need to pay attention to the muggles and their existence. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. There may be a couple strays in there. Anywho, I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. We're doing this. I love you.